coverage of the 11U Cal Ripken World Series is made possible by Blue Crew for all of your umpire needs. Pulse Technology, leading the way in technological innovation for over 70 years. Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn. Visit Michigan City LaPorte. Closer than you think, better than you imagine. Ironworkers Local 395. Proud to be union. Crowell Insurance Company, the insurance superheroes. Bricklayers Local 4. The best hands in the business. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made. Diamond Plate Eatery and Pub. Eat, drink, play. IBEW Local 697. Proud to support high school sports. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT. Public Bar and Rec. Make it public. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, relax. You're watching the 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
And good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us and welcome to live video coverage of the 2026 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network. We come to you today from gorgeous Jerry Ross Park in downtown Crown Point as group stage begins. It is pool play here at the Cal Ripken World Series as Citronelle out of Alabama is set to take on Exeter out of New Hampshire. It's a little East Coast battle for you here in the World Series for Cal Ripken. Michael Brenner here on site, bringing you all the action here between these two teams on the major field. We got two fields here at Jerry Ross Park. Over on Field A, they got another game going on there already that kicked off at about 15 or so minutes ago. If you're looking for mineral area and Zalia, that's over there on Field A. But as we get set for Citronelle and Exeter, we're going to pause for just a moment as we bring you our national anthem.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Located just one block north of the square in Crown Point and just 1 minute from Jerry Ross Park, Station 21 American Grill is one of the city's most popular eateries. Station 21 offers a full menu from steaks and seafood to burgers and wings. While in town for the Cal Ripken World Series, stop in and enjoy comfortable dining while watching a game on one of the 28 big screen TVs. Check out the menu at station21.com. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, and relax.
Get Pulse Technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strack & Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, why pay the difference? Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strack & Van Til.
All right, we are back here at beautiful Jerry Ross Park as we get set for the opening round of pool play here. First games of this Cal Ripken World Series. Citronelle out of Alabama, Exeter out of New Hampshire. Let's go ahead and bring you that Citronelle starting lineup. They'll be the visitors on the scoreboard today. And leading off, who will be the pitcher today will be Marshall Moorer, followed by Kaysen Sullivan. He'll be catching today, followed by Tatum Nelson. He's the shortstop. Colin Weaver in the cleanup spot, playing first base. Cowan Reed follows up at second base, and then number 2, Gunnar Gaba is the center fielder. And then you got Jarrett Wheeler, third baseman. Landon Dunn over in left field, and Brantley Clark rounds out the lineup over in right field for Citronelle. Defensively for Exeter in left is Warlick. Center field is Small, and then right fielder is Zakian. At third base will be Kelly. At shortstop will be Roy. Second base is Proventure. And then over at first base is Thompson. Catching today is Ravilla. And then the pitcher today is Donegan. Samuel Donegan on to pitch for Exeter today. The extra player in the lineup, we'll bring you that in just a little bit. Give you those defensive alignments there for you as the umpires are still chatting with the coaches, and we're just about set here. For those of you maybe haven't tuned into the World Series before, we've got pool play going on for the first couple of days here. The top 3 teams from the pools, we have 4 different pools. These 2 teams are in Pool B. The top 3 teams from each pool will move on to the championship bracket play, which I believe begins Tuesday. And then the 4 teams that do not make it into the championship bracket will go into the Ironman bracket. So there are 2 different brackets. So teams will still get to play all week long and then try to win the Ironman bracket. We'll have a champion of that. We'll bring that to you later on in the week. I believe it's a week from yesterday. And then a week from today, we'll be crowning our Cal Ripken champion for 11U. Should be a fun time. Can't wait to bring this to you as Exeter takes the field defensively for you. 6 innings of play here at the 11U level, and then, we got slaughter rules after 3 and 4 and so on, but we're hoping not to have that. We want to have nice close ball games. We got pitch limits. We'll tell you if that becomes a factor a little bit later on here as you see Donegan warming up for Exeter. Citronelle will come up to bat first. The 2026 11U Southwest Region champs set to take on the 2026 11U New England Region champs. Should be a fun week. We had the opening ceremonies last night over across the street over at Bulldog Park over there. I believe there's a farmer's market going on here right now. One of the best parts about being on the major field, it just kind of has that old school, like back in the 20s, 30s kind of feel with all the signage all around. I'm going to have Aaron take a shot here, try to get the what we call the Grand Old Lady. There's a giant clock tower out just beyond center field. Take a look at that. One of the cool views. We got the old courthouse right in the middle of downtown in our square area here in Crown Point. There's a famous jailbreak out of that courthouse / prison many years ago. We'll talk about that as the week goes on. But excited to get this one started. So Moore will be the leadoff hitter. He'll also be pitching today for Citronelle. First pitch is underway and is bunted right in front of Donegan, who throws to first, and it is there in time to start things up. Trying to surprise everybody with a little bunt to get things started, but to no avail. Good play here. We know the competition is going to be great here at 11U here in this World Series. Game day forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Today's forecast, very sunny. It is 80 degrees as the first pitch. A little bit wild here to Sullivan. But yeah, 80 degrees, sun splashed, field here. A few clouds in the sky, not too bad. A little bit of a breeze, but it's blowing right into the press box, so no complaints over here. Here's the 1-0 pitch, swung and missed. 1-1. That is your game day forecast brought to you by our friends at Common Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. Donegan's 1-1. This one is fouled away. Got somebody in the mask. Ringing the bell a little early here. 1-2 the count here. One away as we just get started here. This Cal Ripken World Series over on the major field. It's the 1-2. Pitch misses outside, so evens the count at 2. Exeter defensively pretty straight up, leaving that middle wide open. Second baseman maybe shaded a little bit towards first. They get down to that crouch position. Here's the 2-2, and it plunks Sullivan in the head. He says, I'm good. I'm going to take my trot down to first base. I'm going to wear that one. So a hit by pitch is the first base runner of the day for Citronelle, and now Tatum Nelson, the shortstop, comes up here. Colin Weaver on deck, the cleanup hitter. Expect to see maybe a little bit of power out of some of these youngsters here this upcoming week. They had a skills competition yesterday, and between all the teams combined, over 740 home runs. This one is chopped right back to Donegan, who throws it over the head of the shortstop. So it'll be a fielder's choice for Nelson. And getting these nerves out early here, just kind of getting on the bump. It's a World Series. You know, it's not a throw you're used to making. You're used to going to the plate there. Just looks a little bit different from that spot. So I'm sure that'll get cleaned up as the week goes on. Just kind of get that head right. But a fielder's choice for Nelson moves Sullivan down to second base, and now Colin Weaver, the first baseman, takes the first pitch in for a strike. You know, plays like that, that's where Donegan can kind of just refocus himself on, all right, let's get back to why I'm on the bump here. Checks that runner at second. Here's the pitch. It's up high just a little bit. So after Weaver is going to be Reed. Trying to check that runner at second. Here's another pitch that's just up a little bit high. So 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Donegan wears number 10 on the bump today. Standing on that first base side of the rubber. It's always interesting to kind of get the mindset for pitchers, why they stand there. I'm sure he was told to at a young age that that's the better spot here to try to get those pitches on the outside. That's ball 3. Weaver tried to sell it by going to first base, saying, hey, I think that was ball 4. Umpire says, no. Absolutely gorgeous day here in the Hub City for baseball. 3-1. This one lined down the right field line. This will be out of play, foul. Crown Point has been hosting some of these Cal Ripken World Series the last number of years. Took a year off and had the 10U World Series the previous 2 years before that. And after this year, we'll be hosting the 9U World Series the next couple of years, which I believe they said was the first of its kind. Payoff pitch. This one popped up. It will stay on the infield, and it'll be caught by the pitcher, Donegan. And they got to make sure that the catch is in fair territory. They got to make sure nobody advances on the play. Catcher Revilla seems to be doing okay. Got a little bit of a little bump there with Donegan. He's like, hey, I said I had it. Why are you there? Revilla says, well, I said I had it. No harm, no foul. 2 away here in the inning. This is Cowan Reed. Takes the first pitch and has a nice, healthy hack at it. 4 strike 1. That pitch misses just outside, so 1-1 the count here. Fans will be filing in all week long here at this Cal Ripken World Series. This major field, always well maintained. Swung and a miss. 1-2. Interesting part that we probably haven't picked up on the camera just yet, but the third base dugout also lines with the back of this one. Hits the backstop, replayed nicely off the ricochet by Revilla. There's just a regular common street right to our left here. If I were to open the door, I'm sure we would be able to see the traffic coming through. That pitch missing just low and maybe outside, so that makes the count full. Yeah, traffic going by. There's nice bleachers here to our left. Always fun atmospheres here on this major field. This one popped back to the screen. Had it gone over the screen, likely would have ended up here on the street next to us. Became kind of a tradition to see if we don't want any damage, but if any cars would have been potentially knocked. Swung on and missed to retire the side. So a little bit of damage with runners on base, but they get out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the first. Exeter coming up to bat. You are watching the Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network. We're happy to have you with us on a beautiful Saturday morning here at Jerry Ross Park, beautiful Crown Point, Indiana. Well, Citronelle, you guys are on the same time zone as us, so it's just after 10:20, and we're Exeter just after 11:20 over there in New Hampshire. Over in the, the 603, and then Citronelle, the 251. Area codes. All right, let's go ahead and bring you the Exeter starting lineup out of New Hampshire. The catcher, Finn Revilla, will lead things off. We saw him in that top half of the inning, followed by number 2, Ben Warlick, the left fielder. We've seen a lot of Samuel Donegan already. He bats third. He's the pitcher today, followed by number 8. That's Bradley Zakian. He's the right fielder today, followed by number 3, Braden Kelly. Patrols third base. We'll have number 99, first baseman Jack Thompson. Number 5 follows up Oliver Proventure. He's the second baseman. And then number 11, William Small, the center fielder. Followed by the extra player, number 22, Louis Lebrecq. And then the shortstop will round out the lineup, number 7, Emerson Roy. Defensively for Citronelle, again, out in left is Dunn. In center is Gaba, followed by Clark in right. Over at third is Wheeler. The shortstop is Nelson. The second baseman is Reed. First baseman is Weaver. And then behind the dish is Sullivan. And then the pitcher, Moore, on the bump today for Citronelle. So Finn Revilla will lead things off. Nice green bat. I like that. I like the color of these bats that we got going on. Not like your dad's or your grandpa's day, probably. Certainly not in my day. We didn't have that kind of stuff. Comes the 1-0 pitch, just over the top. So early 2-0 here to Revilla. Warlick and Donegan in your scheduled hitters here this inning. Moore has something to say about seeing anybody else this inning. Kicks and fires the 2-0. That's upstairs. Again, we'll see kind of nerves early on. Those will get shaken pretty early here, I would think, once you kind of get into a rhythm of things. Comes the 3-0. In there for a called strike. So 3-1. Comes a 3-1 pitch now. That comes inside, so it'll be a leadoff base on balls for Revilla. So getting the early base running going here. So Ben Warlick, the left fielder now with a runner on. They step off to check that runner. They check the runner, or the ball gets away from the first baseman. That's Weaver out there, so now runner down to second. So I've seen a couple of errors already between both teams, both from the bump. Not something you see very often, but again, early nerves, we'll see those start to shake a little bit here. Revilla was already on the move when that pitch was delivered, so I'm going to go with the stolen base on that one. I know the pitch was a little wild, but we'll go stolen base on that one. Comes the 1-0 pitch to Warlick. This one lined into center. This will drop in for a hit in between the right fielder and the center fielder. So first run of the game comes to Exeter on the base knock from Ben Warlick. And just like that, it's a 1-0 ball game. First pitch into Samuel Donegan, taken for strike one. As cars drive by here on North Street to our left. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Missing just inside. 2 balls and a strike. That runner still on first base. This one fouled away, so 2-2 count here. Bradley Zakian awaits on deck. He's a right fielder today. 2-2 the count here to Donegan. Pitcher Moore from the middle of the rubber, that right foot, getting ready to deliver. Kicks and fires. It's missing just outside. So 3-2 the count. Runner still on first base. And we're going to see nerves obviously by the pitchers. We've mentioned that already. Nerves by the pitchers. Just, it's big action. It's a World Series. 11 years old. We'll see mistakes made by other players as well. They're still getting their first action going on here in the World Series as well. This one popped up left side. This will land foul, so we'll do it again, 3-2. This one lined into left. It will be caught in left. No, it is dropped. It is dropped. They throw to second. It will be in time. So they get the play at second anyway because it looked like it was caught. It just fell out of the glove of the left fielder Dunn, but an out is still recorded. So it still works out. 7-4 on the play. Still a nice defensive play here. Might have saved a run later on. We'll see. Fielder's choice for Donegan. Yeah, Warlick was kind of caught in no man's land there. He thought it was caught and had to retreat back to first, and then the left fielder Dunn said, "You're done at second." So that step off, check on that runner at first. Sakian here. Not a full count. Runner goes. Here's the pitch outside. Should be 1-0, I believe, the count here. As the runner steals second base. So Donegan now in scoring position after the steal. One away in the inning, runner at second. One run is in already for Exeter. That pitch is in there for a strike. Next pitch, this one chopped on the ground, left side, scooped up, throw to first is not in time. Nice effort there by Moore. Grabbed that one and threw it across the field. Just couldn't get him in time. The speedster Zakian over there. Really nice play by Moore to come up with it, though, and try to get that throw to first. So it'll be an infield hit for Zakian, and now runners on the corners. Still with only one away, one in. First pitch misses outside as Zakian takes second base. Pitch misses outside. Comes the next pitch to Kelly. That's in there for a strike. Still just one away here in this first inning. Runners on second and third. Kelly trying to drive in two more, make this a 3-0 ball game. That one is going to be fouled down the right field line. Gets out of play. Somebody gets a souvenir. Fouled back to the screen, so we'll do it again. Next pitch, this one is a swing and a miss, so the throw down to first is not in time. Run or throw back to the plate, not in time. Runner's going to continue to advance. It was a drop third strike ruled by the home plate umpire. So Kelly will advance to second. One run is in, so it is 2-0 Exeter. Credit the strikeout, but that pitch in there for a strike on Thompson. 0-1, the count to the first baseman. Still one away here in the inning. Citronelle trying to get out of this. Try to limit the damage as much as possible. That's a called strike. Exeter leads at 2-0. If Citronelle can try to get out of this one with that damage, that wouldn't be so bad. This one fouled down that third base line. Exeter about 53 miles or so north of Boston, about an hour drive north of Boston. But the Boston Red Sox, they're playing some pretty dynamite baseball right about now. Sure, we got some Boston Red Sox fans on that team. 0-2 pitch misses outside. one foul. This will get out of play as well. One of the early towns in the state of New Hampshire, founded by John Wheelwright. 1-2. Misses outside. 2-2 to Thompson here, who wears 99. I was thinking earlier, he wears 99. Might be an Aaron Judge fan, but if he lives near Boston, I don't know if that works. We'll have to find out. 2-2. This one down to the third base dugout over there, so we'll do it again, just trying to get a little piece of it. 2-2 the count to Thompson. Looks to put a charge into one, but he fouls it away again. The on-deck hitter, Provencher, keeps having to duck out of the way. I think the coach says, why don't you move out of the way a little bit there? Why don't you move back a little bit? Thompson looks to drive one somewhere. 2-2 skips in. Ball not far enough away to advance. Comes the payoff pitch. And that'll be a balk because he stopped his motion. And I think, so they're going to say it's a warning. So at first it looked like it was going to be called a balk, which it was, but the home plate umpire says, all right, we're going to give you a warning. We're early here in this tournament. Payoff pitch. And it's called strike 3 for out number 2. So back-to-back strikeouts technically for Kelly. Now, could have been a situation where the umpire called time late, and that's why I didn't see the umpire call time, but he could have also called time late as well. So that was why he did not issue the runners to advance. And if you need a winning formula, we have one. Region Sports is powered by Pulse Technology, the official toner provider of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. As Provencher comes to the dish here, 1-0 the count to him. He's looking to drive one out somewhere. Pretty straight up defensively here for him. That one's on the outer edge for a called strike, so 1-1 to Provencher. Citronelle trying to get out of this with little damage. Called strike 2, and they are one pitch away. With all that's been going on this inning, to only be down 2-0 will feel like a win. You had runners on second and third a fair amount here. That one plunks Provencher, so he'll take his trot down to first. And now William Small. Like to come up big here in this spot. Center fielder batting from that left side. Checked his swing. Called strike. Fans trying to get into this one a little bit here, trying to wheel Citronelle back to the dugout, trying to get Exeter some more runs here across the board. 0-2 quickly to Small. And strike 3. Down he goes. So 2-0 after we finish a full inning. We go to the second. You're watching the Cal Ripken 11U World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Company's insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it. The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship, the best hands in the business.
Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports, as we are always active on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and at our website at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. We go to the second inning. Citronelle coming up to bat. It'll be Gaba, Wheeler, and Dunn, your scheduled hitters in this second inning. They want to send more to the plate. They find themselves down 2-0 after one inning. They had a couple of guys on in the first, couldn't drive them in, but we're early here in this tournament, so those nerves going to start getting shaken out here. We're going to see the spectacular action for both sides that these guys have displayed all year long. It is not easy to get to a World Series. A lot of talent between all the teams in this tournament here this week. Done so more than on the field right now. It's Dawn again, delivers his first pitch and misses just low for a ball to Gaba, Gunnar Gaba, the center fielder. Next pitch misses just outside. Citronelle, about 34-ish miles north of Mobile, Alabama. So if you're trying to get some perspective as to where these teams are calling home, there's a 2-0 pitch. In there for a called strike. Citronelle looking to find a little gold here. They struck gold back in 1955 when they had a little oil discovery there. So they're kind of known as the oil capital of Alabama. Pitch misses outside, so it's a leadoff walk to start things up here. That's what Citronelle wants. Gets runners on as Gaba takes his trip down to first base. Jarrett Wheeler going to get a quick chat from his head coach over there, or his coach over there, just to make sure things are good. Showing bunt, it's a foul ball. The ball goes off of the bat of Wheeler. Gaba was on the run, trying to steal second base, but he has to go back because it's a foul ball. So number 2 trying to steal second base over. The throw down to second is in time. Revilla to Roy to get the out. What an impressive display right there. Yeah, I think the nerves are shaken out a little bit defensively. Swing and a miss for Wheeler. Donegan gets his second strikeout of the ball game, and just like that, quickly 2 outs. So as Landon Dunn comes to the dish now, going to try to get something going here. First pitch misses outside, so Donegan will head back to the bump there. Likes to work quickly. It's a 1-0. Missing just low. So he's having trouble missing or getting some of those spots, but when he gets some of the guys to hit it, going right to his defensive team. 2-0. That one skips in the turf there, so 3-0 the count. 1 out away from getting out of this 1-2-3, but Citronelle is trying to get some more action going on that base path again, and they'll do it there after ball 4. So second base runner this inning, and now Brantley Clark. Trying to do some damage here. Right fielder for Citronelle. That one fouled back to the screen, got just a piece of it. Look like he got the inside part of the bat on that one. .33 pitches for Donegan here between the first and second innings, and he's still going. Here's the 0-1. This one on the ground, right side, picked up at second. The throw to first is going to be in time. So ProVenture able to get that put out there. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Exeter leads it 2-0. You're watching the Cal Ripken 11U World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Athletic Performance Factory in Highland, Indiana, we push you to be bigger, faster, stronger, more explosive. Challenge every muscle with our cutting-edge sand speed and agility training. Build rock-solid strength and core stability to dominate on game day. Rent our full-size outdoor turf field for team workouts and practices. Improve your swing, boost your field skills, and protect your arm with expert one-on-one baseball and softball training built around you. We develop the entire athlete, mentally and physically. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 10% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here!
Ordering groceries has never been easier with online shopping at Streck & Van Til. Save time and money. In-store sale prices, pickup or delivery, online coupons, rewards, points, and more. Shop StreckandVantil.com today. Got good stuff. By the way, as we go to the bottom of the second inning here on the major field at Jerry Ross Park, we do have awards we're going to hand out at the end of this game. The Cal Ripken Committee will award their own awards. We've got our own award winners as well. We got 3 that we're going to be handing out. We got the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. The Crowell Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the diamond. We've got the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. And then, of course, we've got the Proud Union Home Play of the game, brought to you by Ironworkers Local 395. To find out how you can become a union ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. So we'll hand out our own hardware over the course of this week. 3 awards every single game. All the announcers will pick our award winners. So we've got early candidates going on here. Early play of the game candidate there in the top of that second inning. We'll see how this game goes on. We're in the bottom of the second of 6 in regulation. First pitch, this one lined up the middle for a base hit as we went to Lebrecht here in the inning. It's the extra player in the lineup, so he starts things off with a leadoff single, the 3rd hit of the game for Exeter. And now the shortstop, Emerson Roy, comes up here. So Louis Lebrecht, the designated extra player, not taking the field defensively, but just gets to be in that lineup. So he scoots back into first safely. Ooh, that comes in and it hits Roy, and he is down in some pain. It looked like it hit him flush in the middle of the back there. So did a little bit about Crown Point, Indiana here. We'll mention that that grand old lady, the clock tower here in downtown Crown Point, Indiana. A lot of really good things going on in downtown Crown Point. It's one of my favorite views when we've done this World Series. I'm a sucker for being able to see the fantastic views out beyond center field at any major league ballpark. And here at Jerry Ross Park, that's one of the cool ones you get to see. I was fortunate enough this summer to head out to Pittsburgh and see PNC Park. I don't know if there's a better landscape behind center field than what they got over at the Pittsburgh Park over there. But the hit by pitch to Roy as he takes a trot down there, a walk as he's trying to stretch things out still. They're tough at this 11U level, no doubt about it. I'd probably been in the hospital at this point if that happened to me. That pitch as the runners are advancing to second and third. So it's a double steal for Exeter. Just like that, back to having runners at second and third. Swing and a miss, 1-1 at the count here as we go back to the top of the lineup for Exeter with Revilla, who took a walk and then advanced to second on an air, stole a base, and then was able to come in on a hit. 2-1 the count to him here now. 44 pitches for Marshall Moore, starting pitcher for Citronelle today. Swing and a miss, 2-2. We mentioned that we are in pool play to get things started here. There are 4 different pools. This one is a chopper to third. It eats up the third baseman, and now we got a little bit of a pickle here between second and third, and we'll be back to second safely. And did he run out of the base path, I think is what the shortstop would like to know, or the second baseman would like to know. And the umpire saying, I don't think so. Now, I wonder if it's also one of those situations where if they tagged him anyway, if he would still be out. The run does score. It is 3-0. This one lifted in the air. Right field, dropped by the second baseman, and now everyone will advance. Almost a forced play. We got just action everywhere going on. Bodies running into everybody here. So runners will the umpires will shift back here. So Donegan back up to bat here. Swing and a miss. It is 3-0. Bases are loaded. Let's see, Lebrecht came in. It is Roy over at third. This one fouled away. This will get just over the fence. I believe they credited Warlick with a hit on that one. We'll double check and make sure for you. But runners are bases loaded here for Exeter. They lead at 3-0. The 0-2, this one on the ground. Shortstop over to second for one. They try to throw to first. Not going to be in time. They throw to third. They might have a pickle play here. The throw home. Not going to be in time. Another run comes in to score. As Revilla comes in, they try to throw down to second. There are just guys running everywhere all over the place. That's the runner at second was trying to give his batting gloves and everything to the coach, and then all of a sudden balls were being thrown everywhere, trying to tag people, and he's like, wait, I'm just trying to give you my stuff. But now he is. Maybe he is out. Well, here comes Zaki in here. Throw down to second. It'll bounce, not be in time. They're going to hold that tag on there. Good move by the second baseman. Umpires shift again. A lot of action here in this 11U World Series. 5-0 the score here. Exeter on top. This one, so for a fair ball, now it's a foul ball. The pitcher, Moore, was like, it went over the line. He goes, it's foul, it's foul. You got to touch it first, though, sir. I'll tell you what, if I was out on that field, I would be just a big bundle of nerves in my head in totally different areas. I know the sport, and then just the simplest little things I would forget. That's just me. But these guys are staying with it. They're staying composed, trying to make the plays where they can, trying to keep their head in the game, and they're doing it. We got time called here at the dish. Ball gets away, runner down to second. I'm sorry, runner down to third, excuse me. This one chopped foul. Still 2-2 to Zakian. Got a single his last time up. Still just one away here in this inning, trying to limit the damage as much as possible here. Looking for the strikeout. Pitches upstairs. So now the count runs full. Payoff pitch. This one chopped on the ground, right side. Picked up by Moore, who flips to first for the out. That's the second out, but another run comes across to score. 6-0, but more importantly for Citronelle at this point, 2 outs in the inning. And this will bring up Braden Kelly. So now we've got Jack Thompson here now, as Kelly was hit by that pitch. So throw down to second, not in time. So Kelly steals a base. A lot of stolen bases here in this one. This one lifted down that third base line, hits the fencing. Now the count 1-1 here on Jack Thompson. 60. And they are checking the pitch count, and they are at 60. So anything between 41 and 65 pitches is requiring a one-day So now runners on the corners here in the bottom of the second inning. Exeter continuing to move the lineup here as it just gets through the glove of the shortstop. So now the coach for Citronelle going to bring everyone together. Might be making a pitching change here. See where he moves everybody. So now number 10 is on the mound for Citronelle. So 10 for 21. So that's Waylon Wynn in for Brantley Clark. And I'm guessing we're going to see Moore go out to... So they are still trying to figure that out. I'm guessing Moore is going to right field. Since Wynn is coming in to the game, and he'll bat in that last spot for Brantley Clark. So I'm guessing Moore will go out to right is kind of what the expected option will be here. We're going to try to get it all sorted out for you because there's always fun action in events like this. So it looks like Moore is going to be in center field now. Whalen throws that pitch, hits the turf. Runner down to second. Dunn is now in right field. We'll check to see who's at left as Wyn throws the next pitch. Ball gets away, but not too far. And now, looks like Gaba is in left field. Getting it worked out here. This one lifted in the air to center, coming in and making the diving play. Oh, he just popped out of his glove. Here's the throw to third, not in time, just popping out of the glove. The new center fielder is Moore out there trying to help his cause. It just, as he hit the ground, it popped out of the glove. So it'll be a single for ProVenture there. And it is a 7-0 ball game. Runner down to second on the steal. So Wynn with the 1-0 pitch. This one popped up left side, giving chase and making the catch is the shortstop, Tatum Nelson. So the inning comes to an end. And for Exeter, it is 7-0. After 2, we go to the third. You're watching the Cal Ripken 11U World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At American Testing Services, based in Hobart, Indiana, we specialize in NDT drone inspections and heat treatment services for local mills, fab shops, and facilities across the country. From Northwest Indiana to nationwide, we deliver precision, safety, and reliability. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT.
Located just 1 block north of the square in Crown Point and just 1 minute from Jerry Ross Park. A full menu from steaks and seafood to burgers and wings. While in town for the Cal Ripken World Series, stop in and enjoy comfortable dining while watching a game on one of the 28 big screen TVs. Check out the menu at station21.com. Station 21 American Grill. Eat, drink, and relax.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strachan Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals.
Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network. Go to the top of the third inning. Ground ball down the first base line. It stayed fair for Moore, and it's an unassisted play by the first baseman, Jack Thompson. Just a kind of a bad piece of luck there. It just rolled right down that first base line and stayed fair the entire way. So Moore out on 1 pitch. And now we got a pinch hitter here for, and he takes the The hit by pitch as Cam Hopkins takes that one, but he gets on base. So he will take that as Tatum Nelson comes in here. We'll have a pitching change. We'll step aside while they make that change. You're watching the Cal Ripken 11U World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network. Be sure to stay connected with all things Region Sports, as we are always active on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and at our website at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town. Ben Warlick on the bump now for Exeter. Gets two more warm-up tosses there. We're at the top of the third inning. One out, one on here for Citronelle out of Alabama. Trying to get something going. They had a pinch hitter in Hopkins that took the hit by pitch like a champ and made his way down to first. So that's the runner on as Tatum Nelson is ready to dig in. Try to keep this lineup moving for Citronelle. Again, we're just in pool play, so no elimination at this point. Step off, check first. But again, the top three teams from each pool do get to move on to the champions bracket. And that bracket play will start on Tuesday. The first not going to be in time. So 4 teams-ish for each pool, 4 or 5, and top 3 gets a move on to the champions bracket for the chance to get that World Series title. Regional champs for the respective areas for both these two teams. Here's the 1-0. Skips in there, so 2-0 the count now to Tatum Nelson. Pitch. This one fouled back to the screen and a catch off the carom. This is just my thing. If it bounces off the screen and the catcher catches it right off the ricochet, that should be an out. I don't care what team you're talking about. That's impressive. That's not easy to do. Two and one the count here to Tatum Nelson. Things have calmed down a little bit. We saw a lot of action in that bottom of the second inning. Guys running, guys throwing. Now Warlick trying to do some damage here. This one chopped on the left side. Picked up by the shortstop who stumbles. It was so hard hit and just couldn't keep his balance. Nelson gets the infield single. So Roy was able to keep it in front of him. Only one base to advance for each player. Now Colin Weaver makes his way back to the dish. Going to try to get the scoring started here for Citronelle. 2 on, 1 out. Breaking ball that is in there for a called strike. Wind blowing to left field a little bit. Looks like in the out direction, so it might have a little carry if you hit it out to the outfield to left. But again, we love the field here at Jerry Ross Park. This is the Majors field. The World Series banners are kind of covering up some of the logos, but there is some cool signage that takes place. It kind of feels as this one on the ground right side, picked up by the second baseman, flare to second. The shortstop able to keep his foot on the base. Nice play. It's Pro Venture to Roy. So a fielder's choice for Weaver. Hopkins does advance to third, so a runner is on the corner. Runner down to second. They're trying to save that run from scoring. So Weaver in there with a stolen base. Pitch misses outside to Cowan Reed. He's got 2 runners in scoring position here. Wants to get something going here for his team as the ball gets away, but not far enough. Again, we appreciate you tuning in for this Cal Ripken World Series. Throw to third, not in time. Certainly one of our favorite things that we cover here at the Region Sports Network. We normally do high school sports, varsity level, but getting to go into those younger ranks is always a fun time. Competition may not be as crisp, but it's still really good at these levels. That's why they're here in a World Series. 3-0 is in there for a strike. So 3-1 the count. That 3-1, this one lifted in the air down the right field line. This will bloop in for a hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the second, and it's a 7-2 ball game off the RBI single from Cowan Reed. So the shutout is over. 2 RBIs for Reed. And now Gunnar Gaba comes up here, the lefty. Called strike, throw to second, not in time. Stolen base for Reed. So Citronelle starting to do a little bit of what Exeter was doing to them in the inning and getting some bases and moving guys along. Pitches in, gets away from the catcher. Throw to third, not going to be in time. So Reed makes his way down on the wild pitch. Revilla made a really nice throw down there to try to get the runner out down there. Pitch misses inside, so that'll be ball 4 to Gaba. And now runners on the corner here, and we're going to have a little meeting on the mound. Crispy, golden, award-winning flavor. Strachan Van Til's fried chicken is voted best in the region. Perfect for any party. Skip the stress and serve the best. Order today, StrachanVanTil.com. That's a summer's usually mean grad party season as well. It's a top choice here in Northwest Indiana. Some of that Strachan Van Til's catering. Yours truly is a educator and occasionally gets a invite to a party or two. Enjoy some good grad food, no question about it. And we do have those award winners we'll be handing out at the end of this one. Those Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game, the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game, and the Proud Union Home Play of the game, presented by Ironworkers Local 395. Stolen base for Gaba. Jarrett Wheeler takes The 1-0 pitch here, and it skips in, skips away. Runner coming down to the plate. The throw not going to be in time as it's wild. It's picked up in the center of the center of the diamond there. Run comes in to score, and it's 7-3. Just like that, Citronelle starting to make their way back into this thing. That pitch skips in there. Really nice blocking there for Revilla. Doing a really good job trying to stop some of these that are hitting into that turf and just kind of scooting away. Ball misses downstairs, so that's ball 4 to Wheeler. So he is on via the base on balls. And now the coach will come out. He'll have a chat with Ben Warlick, and it might be his time to exit. So as they make the pitching change, we'll step aside. You are watching the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. If you're a contractor, it's my job to make your insurance coverage simple and affordable. Because I know time is money, I'll come to your business. Certificates and bonds are a snap. Wherever you are, whatever business you're in, we've got you covered. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, insurance professionals. Highland, Merrillville, and Michigan City.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I have received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
And we're back here at the Cal Ripken 11U World Series, top of the third inning of 6 in regulation, and things have gotten interesting here in this third inning. Exeter had scored 2 in the first, 5 in the second, and now Citronelle with 2 outs has already brought 3 in. They have runners on the corner. 2-2, runner goes down to second. Here's the throw to second, or they try to cut him off in the middle of the diamond. The throw to third. Not going to be in time. He couldn't get the tag on the helmet. So a stolen base. Or I should say it's a double steal there. Oh, 1. On the ground, right side to the second baseman who throws to first to retire this side. So Dunn is retired there. But Citronelle puts 3 up on the board. It is a 7-3 ball game. We go to the bottom of the third. You're watching the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At Athletic Performance Factory in Highland, Indiana, we push you to be bigger, faster, stronger, more explosive. Challenge every muscle with our cutting-edge sand speed and agility training. Build rock-solid strength and core stability to dominate on game day. Rent our full-size outdoor turf field for team workouts and practices. Improve your swing, boost your field skills, and protect your arm with expert one-on-one baseball and softball training built around you. We develop the entire athlete, mentally and physically. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Your future starts
here!
Welcome back to the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network. From the printer tray to the field, Pulse Technology keeps us moving. For more information about the heartbeat of the Region Sports Network, visit Pulse Technology on the web at pulsetechnology.com. CalRipken11U.com. We're glad you're with us this Cal Ripken 11U World Series, one of our favorite things to cover here on the Region Sports Network. Just the camaraderie. It's probably about as close to the Olympics as we're gonna cover here. Although you never know, we might make a media credential down to Los Angeles in 2028. Never know. We got teams from Mexico, Curacao, Puerto Rico here in Crown Point this week. And then we've got teams from all over, Alabama, New Hampshire, all over the country coming here to the hub city. Happy to have everybody here in Crown Point. I think that hit the bat. That pitch on the inside part, I believe, because it is Louis Lebrecq here at the dish, and he tried to get out of the way of that inside pitch from Wynn, but it hit the bat, so that is a foul ball. I love the color of that bat. It's kind of multi-tone as this one lifted in the air down the right field line, trying to give chase. This will be a fair ball, so it'll be a single, trying to push it to two, to throw to second. Going to be a little bit wide. They pick it up from the left fielder, and it's a leadoff double to start things up here in the bottom of the third for Lebrecq. His second hit of the ball game. Wasn't hit too hard, just kind of flared it down the right field line and blooped in there, and then everybody's trying to converge on it, and who's going to pick it up and throw it. By the time they did, it got a little bit airmailed. So double on that one from Lebrecq, and now this one shot into right field for a hit. They were thinking about throwing to first, and now they're going to throw home, and there's not going to be the play there. As Lebrecq scoots in from second, now it's an RBI single for Emerson Roy. And I'm guessing Emerson Roy likes that a lot better than the hit by pitch he had to take earlier. He's feeling okay, though, clearly, standing on first base, and now back to the top of the lineup for Exeter with Finn Ravilla. He's reached twice via the walk and an error. 8-3 in favor of Exeter. Pitches upstairs to throw down to second. Not going to be in time, and it's a stolen base. I don't have the exact number of stolen bases here. I'll try to count those if possible. I think like 8 stolen bases already in this game for Exeter. Exeter, as I mentioned earlier, one of the early towns of New Hampshire, founded by John Wheelwright when he was banished from the church and started his own colony back in the 1600s. Around 1638 for you history nerds like myself. In case your child's going into 8th grade social studies, that's 8th grade social studies material right there for you. At least here in Indiana. Wynn checks that runner at second, comes set. 2-1. This one on the ground, slow roller right side, picked up at second, over to first for the out. Nice play by Reed over there. Advances the runner, though. So 4-3 on the putout for Ravilla, and now Ben Warlick, the new shortstop, comes up here. One away, runner at third. 1 run already in this third inning. Pitch misses outside. (1-0) missing downstairs, so 2-0. From Wynn. Wynn tries to get that spot on the rubber right there. We got time called by Warlick here. 2-0. Comes in over the top. And it'll be a walk, so runners on the corners here in this third inning with only one away. And now trying to run down to second, trying to get a stolen base. He's safe there. Now they're trying to get the runner at third, and he's going to break for home. And he's going to get caught in a pickle. Trying to make his way home, and is he out of the base path? They rule not out of the base path and gets back to third safely. Third base umpire says he did not get out of the way of the base path. Ball is wild and loose, and now that run going to come around to score. Citronelle having a hard time holding on to the baseball right now, and everyone's still confused as to why that runner was able to get back down to second. That was Roy. And we got time called, and I think the coach is he's either going to go out and talk to his pitcher and try to get everybody calmed down here, because I think everyone was kind of perplexed as to that call at third base, and then probably some frustration building up there too. And now the whole team, you don't see the outfielders come in too often, but now the whole team coming in just to kind of chat with their coach. And, this is a really good coaching moment because, everybody's kind of got to get their heads in weird spots and, frustrated a little bit. And this is a good time for a coach. And this is where, having good quality coaches comes in handy. You don't just find them anywhere. But trying to calm his team down a little bit and saying, hey, we're still in this. It's still a game. Let's go. Let's get our heads right. So not sure if that was Kirk Nelson or Jimmy Sullivan or Justin Moore or Danny Hopkins, but any of these coaches doing a great job helping these youngsters out. Without these coaches, these kids don't develop the way that they would ideally want and then make their way to higher levels. The pitch is wild, and not a big backstop here at Jerry Ross Park, so .3-0 to Donegan, misses outside, so he will take a walk. Back-to-back walks issued. So Bradley Zakian now comes up here. Wynn trying to get out of this damage here. And it looks like Donegan has already made his way down to second. A little defensive indifference, so just trying to get out of this inning for Citronelle. 9-3. This one chopped on the ground. At short, throw to first is not going to be in time. Ball gets loose, runner down to third. Run does come in to score. It is 10-3. Nelson over there has quite the arm. He's a little bit bigger field to make that one work. But really impressive throw, though. We got a meeting in front of the pitching mound here, and Donegan will head back to third as he got his sliding mitt on there. Can't forget the drip. Got to have all the good attire. So Braden Kelly trying to add a little bit more damage on here. Comes the 1-0. This one skips in there, so 2-0. Wynn quickly getting back to the rubber, trying to find that spot to get the strike, that right release point. Comes set. Fires the 2-0. Now 3-0. Bases occupied at second and third, so first base open here. Wynn still working. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Down the heart of the plate for a called strike. 3-1. Both these teams in Pool B, the top two teams, or the top three teams, beg your pardon, from each pool will move on into the champions bracket. That'll be ball 4. So Kelly will make his way to first. So bases loaded. One away as Jack Thompson will. Nope, we are going to see a pinch hitter here. Nope, nobody's going to be Jack Thompson, beg your pardon. Big old number 99. Steps in from that left side. Takes the first pitch inside. Ball's not far enough away to score the run. Reached on an error his last time out. Struck out his first time. So looking to do some damage here. The base is loaded. Only one out. This one into the gap into left field, just over the head of the shortstop. They throw home, one bounce. Good throw out there from left field. Look at that, it's Gaba out there now. That was quite the throw. One run comes in to score, and it's 11-0. So on the base knock. Got through the gap at short and just over the head of the shortstop. So nice RBI single for Thompson. This one on the left side as well. Picked up at short. The throw to first. Not in time, but one an arm. They throw to third. Now they're going to throw home, and not in time. Ball got away. Everybody staying there. Ball just scooted out of the glove of the catcher. So ProVenture, beg your pardon, we'll have a pinch hitter here as Zeke Provost. Runners on first and second. Swing and a miss for Provost. Ball gets away from the catcher, so runners advance to second and third. 1-2 the count here to Provost. That pitch is upstairs, so 2-2. Count runs full here on Provost. Lebrecht waits on deck. And Provost takes the walk. Here's the 3-2. Checked his swing. He did go around. That's a strikeout, and that will be the second out. So Louis Lebrecht, who led things off here in the third inning. So trying to do some damage. Runners on second and third, 2 away. Pitches outside. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Wynn trying to still work some magic here. Get out of this inning. Temperatures are pretty warm out there at this point. We're in the low 80s here in Crown Point. 1-1. One skips in there. 2-1. A few clouds in the sky. Absolutely gorgeous day for baseball here in Crown Point, Northwest Indiana. Comes a 2-1. This one lifted in the air down the right field line. This will bloop in for a hit. They throw to the plate. Really strong throw to the plate. Not in time. Here's the throw to second. Also not in time. Just eats him up a little bit over there. And Lebrecht is on second base again. Second hit of this inning. And he was showing off the strength. Drives in a couple more runs. 15-3. And it looks like Wynn might be exiting this ball game. And we'll check and see here where everyone's going to line up. So we'll step aside here as they warm up. You are watching the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome to Diamond Plate, your new go-to sports bar with a casual vibe and elevated ballpark favorites. Dig into hand-breaded chicken tenders, juicy burgers, build your own pizzas, and don't forget our full bar stocked with local favorites and everyday classics. Located inside Athletic Performance Factory. Diamond Plate brings the fun with multi-sport simulators, duck-pin bowling lanes, plus party space for birthdays, holidays, company outings, and fundraisers. Diamond Plate, where every bite, every sip, and every play is a win.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region's schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Welcome back to the Cal Ripken 11U World Series. So trying to figure out all these defensive changes out in for Citronelle. Looks like number 13, Cam Hopkins, has come into the game. Cam Hopkins had done a little pinch hitting earlier, so he's now in left. Nope, I take that back. Yeah, Tatum. Is that Tatum Nelson now at behind the dish? And I believe Tatum Nelson is now the catcher. Moore is at second base. And then Brantley Clark is in at center field. We said the new pitcher for Citronelle is number 2, Gunnar Gaba. Hitting for Exeter's number 7, Emerson Roy. 2-0 the count to him. With LeBrec dancing at second base over there. This one popped up. Center of the diamond. Coming in to make the play is the second baseman. They throw to the plate. It is not needed because that was the final out of the inning. But way to stay with it and make the play there. Still staying with the play to try to make sure he makes that play at home just in case. That is number 5. That's Colin Reed. So nice play. All right, we go to the 4th inning. It is 15-3. You are watching the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Welcome to Diamond Plate, your new go-to sports bar with a casual vibe and elevated ballpark favorites. Dig into hand-breaded chicken tenders, juicy burgers, build your own pizzas, and don't forget our full bar stocked with local favorites and everyday classics. Located inside Athletic Performance Factory. Diamond Plate brings the fun with multi-sport simulators, duck pin bowling lanes, plus party space for birthdays, holidays, company outings, and fundraisers. Diamond Plate, where every bite, every sip, and every play is a win.
From lighting up Friday night football to powering the classrooms that shape the students of Lake County, IBEW Local 697 is proud to support our region schools and the communities we call home. A career as a union electrician could be your next great move. Your next cap might be a hard hat. IBEW Local 697, powering futures, powering the region.
Welcome back to the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here from Crown Point. We do have a correction. We had a fan here in attendance that let us know that maybe a couple of mispronunciations. We do apologize. We were given, I tell you what, Adam Whitehouse does a phenomenal job here for this tournament as Wynn here is batting in the last spot here. It's still Roy on pitching, so Wynn leading off this 4th inning. Puts together the media packets and everything that we needed, so we had pronunciation. So from what we had, we were just going with what we had, and we had someone that wanted to make a couple of changes as Wynn gets the strikeout. So Gunnar Gaba, we apologize. And then Cohen Reed, not Cowan Reed. So apologize, guys. Make sure we get that relayed to all the other announcers here. So thank you to the young lady that brought that to our attention. We'll make sure we get all these kids' names right. They worked so hard all year long. That pitch in there to Moore in there for a strike. So 1-1 the count here, 1 away as we start the top of the 4th inning. On the ground left side. Backhand over at third to throw across the diamond. Really nice play over there at third for Braden Kelly. Nice play. On the backhand, that was a phenomenal play. Certainly another candidate for those awards, no question. This one lined up the middle and through. Hopkins, the throw to first, not going to be there in time as Hopkins makes his way to first on the single. So 2 outs, runner on first. Here comes Tatum Nelson. He's got to take the catcher's gear off, it looks like. Again, just a reminder for those of you who, he's still taking that catcher's gear off, is you're just kind of tuning in for the first time to Cal Ripken World Series. We're only 6 innings of regulation. So we're in the top of the 4th inning here now. First pitch into Nelson, misses 4, ball 1. Roy comes set after checking that runner. Here's the 1-0. This one lifted in the air out to left, giving chase and making the catch out and left. Really nice play out there. The new left fielder there, and that will be the end of this one because of the slaughter rule, or the run rule. So we will step aside, we'll crunch the numbers, and we'll give you our award winners on the other side of this break. You are watching Game Night and the Cal Ripken 11U World Series here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Get Pulse technology on your team. Hit a home run with our managed print and copier services, IT and technology solutions, office furniture and design services, office supplies, scoreboards, and AV solutions.
Strachan Van Til for the win with 4 ways to save. Catch price drops on over 15,000 items and check the weekly ad for can't miss deals. Stack on the rewards program for digital coupons, points toward discounts and free products, and power up with our own brands. Keep your budget in the safety zone. Get the same great taste as national labels at lower prices. If you can't taste the difference, why pay the difference? Score big value with 4 ways to save at Strachan Van Til.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to the Cal Ripken 11U World Series. Here from Crown Point. Happy to be with you as we begin this Cal Ripken World Series. Always a fun time here at the World Series. Let's go ahead and name our award winners. For this gun, we had a matchup between Citronelle and Exeter. Exeter getting the win 15-3 in 3 innings. So we will name our award winners now. It's time to name the Crowd Company's Lancherman Superhero of the game. They are the insurance professionals. So our Crowd Company Lancherman Superhero of the game from Exeter is going to be Louis Lebrecq, who was 3 for 3 today. Had a phenomenal game as the extra player. Kept getting on second base. Quite a few extra base knocks, but just kept getting on base and kept moving the lineup. A few RBIs in there as well. So that's our Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game, followed by our Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. That'll be from Citronelle, and that is going to be Cohen Reed. We had a really good game over there at second base as well for Citronelle. So he had a great one in this one. So Cohen Reed, your Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. And then, of course, your proud Union Home Play of the Game, brought to you by Ironworkers 395. To find out how you can become a Union Ironworker, visit ironworkers395.com. I'm going to go with a play pretty early in the game. We're going to go, let's go in the second inning. We had a play that was a throw out at second base, kind of ended an early threat from Citronelle. They were trying to steal second base, but a throw out from Rivilla to the shortstop over there. So a really nice early play in that second inning to end any stolen base threat down at that end. So really nice play over there in the top of the second inning. Nice play from Rivilla to get the stolen base stopped out there. It actually went to, I have it down as the left fielder. I was able to pick that one, so that was Ben Warlick that maybe picked that one, but I may have wrote the number down wrong. So we'll find out. We'll go back and look at the replay and get you that one, but really nice play over there at second. We had another nice play over in this top of the fourth inning. That third baseman making the play over to the third. That was Braden Kelly that threw a backhand play that threw over to first base, so we'll go co on that one as well. All right, our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our operations manager is Rich Castillo. Sports director is Mike Dewan. Michael Brenner, your play-by-play broadcaster here today. Our producer was Joe Henrick, doing a fine job. And then Aaron Svetlin on camera as well. The guy's doing a phenomenal job as always. And of course, the coaches for both teams, respectively. We've got Kirk Nelson for Citronelle and then Matt Warlick for Exeter. So they will move on in pool play. Both teams will continue on here in their next round in Pool B. And, of course, everybody here at Cal Ripken and Crown Point, Adam Whitehouse, the tournament director, and all the tournament volunteers, thanks for helping us get everything we needed. And, of course, you, the viewers on regionsports.com, YouTube, and Facebook as well. Without you all, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. So thank you very much for all that you do. Make sure you stay tuned into all this coverage. We'll have plenty more all week long. We will have every game for this Cal Ripken World Series, so you can check out Facebook and regionsports.com and all the places to find the schedule for the rest of the week. So that'll be it for right now. Again, Exeter gets the win 15-3 over Citronelle in pool play. You're watching the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Coverage of the 11U Cal Ripken World Series is made possible by Blue Crew for all of your umpire needs. Pulse Technology, leading the way in technological innovation for over 70 years. Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Boilermakers Local 374. Earn while you learn. Visit Michigan City LaPorte. Closer than you think, better than you imagine. Ironworkers Local 395. Proud to be Union. Crowell Insurance Company, the insurance superheroes. Bricklayers Local 4. The best hands in the business. Athletic Performance Factory, where athletes are made. Diamond Plate Eatery and Pub. Eat, drink, play. IBEW Local 697, proud to support high school sports. American Testing Services, America's trusted name in NDT. Public Bar and Rec, make it public. Station 21 American Grill, eat, drink, relax. You're watching the 11U Cal Ripken World Series on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.